end of training camp. How do you feel?
Well, today was one of our better days. I guess one, because we did a better job of rebounding. We have one thing that we got to think about is our rebounding. We're getting stops, but now we got to come up with it. We got to do the dirty work at the end to rebound, and I would say that was one thing. We did a better job today, but still is an area of concern. I like the way our defensive progress is going. We're not there yet, but we made some big steps this week with our changes defensively and things we want to work on and accomplish. We're not there offensively. I feel like that's going to come, but I like where we are in our camp.
Is Bismack still leading the rebounding parade?
Oh, well, he's still one of the rebounders. I tell you what, right now some of our guards are leading us in rebounding, which is not good. But Mikal and DeMar coming in. T. Ross is rebounding better. DeMar is one of our better rebounders. Scola does it by position, but we can get much better. We've got to get much better we exert all that effort defensively. We got to clean it up with a rebound.
Last year you got off to a quick start because everybody's familiar with each other. You only integrated, I think, one new guy. This year it's 4 in the 8. Right. Is it better in some ways to grow as opposed to
there's a sense of urgency that's there more so than was last year, and I thought we had that going into the season, but I think it's a different approach. I think right now, Doug, we understand there's so much we have to get done and learn and get up to speed with, whereas last year was a little bit easier because of the familiarity. So it's a different approach. I like this team. I like last year's team, but this year's team, I think we can do more with it offensively and defensively. With the experience of guys like DeMar, playing him at the 4, playing him at the 3, playing him at the 2. He's guarded ones. So that gives us a lot of flexibility from that standpoint.
Dwane, how do you grade the first preseason game? What do you look to take out of it as you look to ramp up?
To see where we are defensively, what areas, which is going to be a lot, to work on timing offensively, where I feel like that's going to be our biggest challenge because we haven't spent a lot of time offensively. And like Doug said, there's still some familiarity to be had offensively. Guys got to know where guys are cutting, where they are on the floor, what's happening on certain sets, and the new guys are still learning those. But defensively, it's a good test for us because you're going against one of the better point guards in the league in Chris Paul, so he'll test our pick and roll defense, and it'll definitely expose where we need to work on.
Last year you wanted to play a little bit faster, and you probably played too fast. This year you want to play slower, but can you go too slow?
Well, I don't know if pace would be the fastest word, but our shot selection, I think, was and the unfortunate part and the fortunate part, they were going in early. They were going in, they were falling, and those same shots weren't falling, and that's what makes those shots look so bad. And we fell into that kind of rut, and again, it was fool's gold, and because those shots are not going to go in the playoff atmosphere or against playoff teams, and we got to make sure our offense is balanced, and our shot selections. We got to have the right people taking the right shots at the right time. Is more of the look we have. Again, we want to shoot the 3. Yes, we do. There's no question about that. We want to get to the free throw line. But it's time score situation when we pull those threes and who shoots them.
Last year you really didn't handle time score that well in the second half of the year.
No, we did not. Well, again, those same shots early weren't going in. Right. They were going in. We weren't handling them early, but they were going in. And then it truly affected our defense. As the year went on, our defense degraded. But again, this is a new year. We have a new group. I think that's going to be easier to sell time score situation. Guys have a better understanding of their roles. That's been a main emphasis all week of understanding who is shooting, where are you shooting, what time in the clock are you shooting, and that's going to be a message that's going to be sent this entire season.
Did you miss answering questions about Paul Pierce over the summer?
No, I did not. Well, again, those same shots early weren't going in. They were going in. We weren't handling them early, but they were going in. We weren't handling them early, but they were going in. And then it affected truly affected our defense. As the year went on, our defense degraded. But again, this is a new year. We have a new group. You know, that's been a main emphasis all week of understanding who is shooting, where are you shooting, what time in the clock are you shooting, and that's going to be a message that's going to be sent this entire season. No. And again, that's right. He plays for the Clippers. I know. But no, it's one of it's not. I mean, again, this league is so many good players in this league that there's a lot of Paul Pierces in this league. Unfortunately, we met him during the playoffs, but I think we're better equipped to match him this season than we were last season, so which is a good thing.
Not even to ask if you found it yet.
Well, again, whatever it is, I think that's something. Again, Paul is Paul. He's a veteran player. He's won a championship. So again, the Clippers are one of the favorites of the West, so that says a lot for their team. And again, this is a good test for us.